So today I'm at the Vatican with Microsoft to be amongst the first to explore their new AI project, La Basilica di San Pietro.
And believe me, as a historian, when I say that this use of artificial intelligence is an absolute game changer for the heritage sector. Let's start where the story of this great monument began, over 2,000 years ago during the Roman Empire. Tradition states that the basilica was built on top of the burial site of St. Peter, who was not only one of the 12 apostles, but also served as the first ever pope. Sometime between AD 64 and 68, under orders of Rome's Emperor Nero, Peter was crucified as part of the wider persecutions of Christians which occurred after the Great Fire of Rome. According to the Roman historian Tacitus, Nero blamed the group for the devastating fire and publicly condemned them. The executions were carried out close to this ancient Egyptian obelisk, today standing in St. Peter's Square as a reminder of the saint's passing, but it originally stood in this secluded spot to the side of the building. Below the church floor lies St. Peter's tomb. It's marked above by this ornate bronze canopy called a baldachin, which was designed by the Italian sculptor Gian Lorenzo Bernini. It stands 28.74 meters high and is covered with references to the Pope who commissioned it. Pope Urban VIII was a member of the powerful Florentine Barberini family, whose coat of arms comprised of bees. Whilst the site was home first to a Roman circus, a church has stood here since the 4th century, when the construction of Old St. Peter's Basilica began during the reign of Rome's first Christian emperor, Constantine the Great. As it stands today, the basilica was built in the 16th and 17th centuries, initiated by Pope Nicholas V, and it measures in as the largest church in the world. From where I'm standing, the dome reaches a staggering height of 136.57 meters, inspired by the Pantheon, which was constructed in the 2nd century AD by the Roman Emperor Hadrian. Michelangelo himself designed the dome to be made from concrete. Whilst the Renaissance architecture is remarkable, it is the decoration within the church that truly takes your breath away. The cupola's internal surface is adorned with intricate mosaics, and the splendor is carried throughout the space with paintings, sculptures, and other works of art. And the highlight has to be Michelangelo's masterpiece, Pieta. Carved from Carrara marble at the end of the 15th century, it shows a lifeless Jesus held in his mother's arms. Now, all of these features I've described to you are absolutely incredible and are must-sees. But what if you can't make it to the Vatican for yourself? Well, this is where the project comes in. Microsoft collaborated with the Vatican and a company called IconM to create a 3D model of the basilica known as a digital twin. Through this website, users are able to explore the life of St. Peter, the history of the site, and approach the basilica like never before, gaining unprecedented access to areas like the necropolis, hidden beneath the ground level. So how was the basilica's digital twin created? Well, it was done using photogrammetry, where over 400,000 high-resolution photographs were taken at lots of different angles by project collaborator IconM. These images were then processed by Microsoft's AI, which created the model. This allows users to look at the basilica in a completely new way, enabling them to get up close to the artworks and to explore the space from anywhere in the world. And what is brilliant is that the project utilizes dynamic tiling, meaning that the model can be shown at the maximum resolution without overloading your computer system, so you can interact in real time. This innovative use of AI works to facilitate global engagement with the basilica, encourages both on-site and digital visitors, and it works as an invaluable educational resource for us and for future generations to come. Something I care deeply about is accessibility, particularly in the heritage space, and this project utilizes AI to bring the wonder of this incredible monument to screens across the globe, giving people who may never get the chance to visit the very best next thing. And with accessibility at the forefront of its design, the website also offers multilingual support and has features to accommodate users of all abilities. Something incredible is that the project actually resulted in new discoveries within the building that may not have otherwise been found. Missing mosaic tiles were uncovered by the photogrammetry, whilst a previously unknown ornate ceiling was revealed, featuring coloured bricks positioned in an Archimedean spiral. But lost craftsmanship isn't all they found. Perhaps the most important finds of all were the building's structural vulnerabilities, which were invisible to the naked eye. And this vital new information will be used to advise in the restoration and preservation efforts going forward. Those of you who are able to visit the Basilica in person will be able to visit the Petros Eni exhibition, named after a stone found at the saint's tomb inscribed with the phrase, "Peter is here." Coinciding with the Holy Year Jubilee in 2025, the immersive experience follows the life of both Peter and the Basilica, and is expected to be utilised by 35 million pilgrims next year alone. What I love most about this project as a historian is that the Basilica itself was a collaborative effort. It took over a century to be built. Its design had the input of several architects who each left their mark on this iconic building, and it is part of a wider cultural history of the Vatican, Rome, and beyond. It makes perfect sense to me that this project, which brings the Basilica to a global audience like never before, was a collaborative project, combining the skills from different organisations across the world. If you'd like to discover the iconic St. Peter's Basilica for yourself, then head to this website now to take your very own virtual tour or to plan your in-person visit. I'm just in my hotel room now, like in my pajamas, and I'm just reflecting on the impact that this project could have on the cultural and heritage sector and also the tourism sector. And as a historian, my mind is racing. I'm thinking of all the countless historical sites across the world, the archaeological sites that this technology can be applied to. And I'm so excited that this could be an absolute game changer. I'm so excited and I'm so thankful to have been invited and see this firsthand. And I can't recommend visiting and taking this digital tour for yourself anymore. Like, it is just, it will blow you away.